Hey, I'm Ed. Today I'm going to show you how to replace the wiring harness for a freezer door in a Frigidaire refrigerator. The wiring harness for the freezer door transmits electrical power and signals to the parts in the freezer door, like the ice dispenser mechanism. You might need to change out this part if it failed testing or has been damaged. Before we get started, hit those like and subscribe buttons if you want to join our do-it-yourself repair community and get notified each time we post a new video guide. With over 2 million products in stock and the know-how to help you do it yourself, we are AppliancePartsPros.com. Let's get our tools together. Today we're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver, a 1/4-inch nut driver, a 3/8-inch nut driver, and a string. And please remember that safety comes first. Always disconnect your refrigerator by unplugging it or switching the breaker off, as well as turning off its water supply before doing any work on it. First, we need to remove the dispenser tray from the dispenser assembly. There will be 3 screws under the tray on the front that need to be removed. Once you have the screws removed, you can lift the dispenser cover off. You'll need to remove the 3 screws holding the dispenser housing in place and slide it out. Then disconnect the ribbon cable for the switchboard. Once it's out, disconnect the wire harness for the freezer door. Then remove the 6 Phillips head screws holding the control board in place. Once it's loose, reach behind the housing and disconnect the water supply line. You'll need to remove the hinge cover at the top of the door by removing the Phillips head screw securing it, and then you'll see a connector that you'll need to disconnect. Then disconnect the tubing at the bottom of the door. To remove the wiring from the door, you're going to need to remove the door from the refrigerator. To do this, remove the 1/4-inch screw securing the ground wire and the 3/8-inch screws that are holding the hinge in place. Now we need to lay the door on the floor so we can slide the wiring out of the door. Make sure that you place a string around the wiring harness before pulling it out. Once you have the old wiring harness pulled out, you're going to tie the string around the new harness and pull it back through the door channel. Then very carefully maneuver the tube and the wiring so that you can put the door back onto the lower hinge. You also need to reinstall the upper hinge and secure it with the 3/8-inch screws, as well as the 1/4-inch screw for the ground wire. Plug the wire harness back in, then reinstall the upper hinge cover. Then take the dispenser housing and reinsert the water line into the water dispenser hole. After that, reconnect the freezer door wire harness to the back of the control board. Install the 3 screws to secure the housing, followed by the 6 screws holding the control board. Now we can reconnect the wiring from the switchboard back into the control board and put the dispenser cover back in place. Install the screws that hold the panel in place. Finally, slide the drip tray back in. Once you reconnect the water line at the bottom of the door, you're done. Don't forget to plug your fridge back in or flip the circuit breaker back on, as well as turning the water back on. You made it. Great job, and thanks for joining us today. Make sure to let us know how the repair went in the comments. And if you haven't gotten a new freezer door wiring harness yet, grab your model number and head over to AppliancePartsPros.com to order one. Orders usually arrive in just a few days. If you thought this video was helpful and want to see more like it, hit those like and subscribe buttons. We appreciate you watching and look forward to helping you with all your appliance repair needs. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.